Now, this comes as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is heading to New York City ahead of tomorrow's address to the UN General Assembly. CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio joins us now from our London newsroom to talk about what to expect. Ramy, good morning. Considering most UN member states are recognizing a Palestinian state, what is Netanyahu likely to say in his address?
Absolutely, Errol. And as he was taking off for New York, he already denounced all of those leaders who recognized a Palestinian state this week. He said instead of denouncing what he called murderers, rapists, and child burners, they want to give them a state in the heart of the land of Israel. He said that this will not happen. And that comment, notably in Hebrew, aimed at his domestic audience, but that criticism aimed at those 10 Western governments, all notably traditional allies of the U.S., the UK, France, Canada, Australia among them. And Netanyahu also said before he boarded that he will meet President Trump next Monday. And we know the two of them share the same line, the same talking point, that recognition is a reward to Hamas. They're expected now to talk about an Israeli response. One option that had been floated out there from earlier this week already by Netanyahu's far-right ministers is to annex parts of the West Bank. And France has already chimed in saying that this is a red line that cannot be crossed. There would likely, frankly, be huge diplomatic fallout in this, and Israel would find it even further criticized, further isolated. And I think most importantly, Errol, Trump has reportedly told Netanyahu already not to cross that line. But we know that if Netanyahu does not have Trump support, then this would remain that kind of biggest block.
But it sounds like, from what you're laying out, Ramy, that the efforts for a ceasefire agreement and a peace deal are more elusive now than they have been. What is the latest on that?
A ceasefire and a peace plan has been elusive for pretty much all of this year. It's been on again, off again, almost to the frustration of everyone. I'm sure even watching is something on. But we now have something new. President Trump presented a new 21-point peace plan to leaders of Muslim-majority countries at the UN. The full text we haven't seen, hasn't been made public, but through Israeli media, at least, they are reporting several basic points. Frankly, again, we've heard them over and over again. The release of all hostages, a permanent ceasefire, an end to the war, the establishment of a civilian government that does not include Hamas. Steve Witkoff, President Trump's special envoy, also in New York, though, he's positive. Take a listen.
I think it addresses Israeli concerns and as well the concerns of all the neighbors in the region, and we're hopeful and I might say even confident that in the coming days we'll be able to announce some sort of breakthrough.
And Arab leaders have reportedly been generally positive, but the devil, of course, is in the details. Calls for security, inclusion of the Palestinian Authority, and those leaders positioning to be stakeholders in any kind of future governance. But of course, we're seeing Israel's military continuing its offensive into Gaza City. Reports over the past 24 hours of something like 20 more people dead over the past 24 hours, and that continues until any so-called breakthrough, as Witkoff says, actually happens.
All right, Ramy Inocencio with all the latest there. Ramy, thank you.